Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you with us today because, honestly, we're setting the stage for a true masterclass. Today, we're unpacking the high-stakes, often totally chaotic journey of scaling a business. Look, if you're a founder or an entrepreneur, you already know that building a company isn't just about having one brilliant idea. No, it's about surviving the massive structural shifts required to make that idea actually endure. And today, we're going to map out exactly how that evolution happens. But right out of the gate, I want to ask you something that might sound completely backward. What if your success is actually destroying your growth? Crazy, right? But take a second to look inward. Think about whether the very hustle, that raw, unyielding energy you used to build your company in the early days, is now acting as a dangerous bottleneck. What if the exact habits that made you successful yesterday are the very things preventing you from scaling up tomorrow? To really understand this, we need to ground ourselves in a pretty stark reality: 80%. A staggering 80% of ventures fail. And you know what? They don't usually fail because of a bad product or a lack of passion. They fail precisely because they simply cannot survive the crucial transitions between growth phases. They literally self-destruct when the business demands a new operating system, but the leadership just fails to adapt. So, here is our roadmap for today. 1. The growth paradox. 2. Stage 1, survival. 3. Stage 2, structure. 4. Stage 3, scale. And 5. Your architect, Aadesh Navade. Section 1. The growth paradox. Let's be real. A company's evolution is never just a straight line pointing up and to the right. It's a series of necessary and, honestly, sometimes jarring structural shifts. In fact, what works in the beginning often becomes the very reason growth stops later. This right here is the core paradox of business evolution. A lot of entrepreneurs make the critical mistake of applying the exact same scrappy strategy to every single stage of their business. But trying to solve stage 3 complexity with stage 1 hustle, that leads directly to founder burnout, financial chaos, and ultimately a dead halt in growth. Every enduring enterprise has to navigate a very specific chronological timeline to transform from a fragile hustle into a dominant market leader. It goes roughly like this. You have the survival stage in the first 18 months, then you move into the structure stage over the next few years, and finally, you hit the scale and maturity stage. Let's break these down one by one, shall we? Section 2, Stage 1, Survival. This is where almost every single business begins. In this early stage, your objective isn't optimization. It's purely about proving product market fit. You need to get that initial revenue, establish a repeatable sales motion, and answer one incredibly simple question. Can this business generate value that people will actually pay for? But beware, there is a massive risk of idea mortality here. 42% of startup failures stem from building solutions that nobody actually wants. Founders will burn through capital building what they think is a perfect product, rather than launching a scrappy MVP, interviewing prospects, and just letting the market decide. The whole goal right now is gathering enough data to prove the model is viable. Now, there's a huge trap you have to avoid in this survival stage: confusing activity with strategy. Operations here are super founder dependent. Imagine a solo BIM consultancy founder literally doing everything: sales, delivery, invoicing, you name it. While long hours and manual interventions are totally normal at this point, founders often fall into the trap of just being proud of being busy rather than being effective. Remember, the actual goal isn't permanent hustle, it's strategic learning. You absolutely must learn what your customers value so you can build proof and finally graduate to the next stage. Section 3, Stage 2, Structure. Okay, so as your revenue compounds and you hit that 1 to 10 crore mark, those brute force methods from the survival stage, they're going to completely fail under the weight of the growing volume. You're going to face a painful but absolutely necessary paradigm shift. You have to move from founder-led operations to system-led operations. We're talking shifting from relying on individual talent to building institutional process. This means strict delegation, clear standard operating procedures, and solid RASI ownership, knowing exactly who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for every task. A lot of founders just panic here and hire fast without role clarity, which just multiplies the chaos. You've got to design processes that prevent repeated problems, not just manually solve them every single day. On top of that, financial discipline becomes the name of the game. It is a terrifying reality that 29% of scaling firms fail due to cash flow traps. Growing companies so often confuse making sales with having good financial health. More projects mean you need more working capital, and if your billing systems are weak, you can literally go broke while breaking your own revenue records. This stage demands hardcore 13-week financial forecasting and truly professionalized finance workflows. Section 4, Stage 3, Scale. So, once you've built that rock-solid structure, your focus shifts entirely. Now, it's about optimizing the engine of your business for scalable profitability and true operational leverage. What does scale actually look like in practice? Well, you're looking at enterprise-grade infrastructure, things like ERP integrations and autonomous AI layers handling those mid-level decisions. You're tracking governance metrics hard, ensuring the lifetime value of a customer is at least 3 times what it costs to acquire them, and keeping your employee net promoter score above 50. It requires deep, trust-based C-suite delegation. Think about a massive scale-up like Zomato. They had to turn the operational grind of food delivery into algorithmic efficiency long before they could make those huge geographic leaps. The rule is simple. You systematize before you scale. And the ultimate financial metric of success in this stage? It's known as the Rule of 40. When the combined total of your company's growth rate and your profit margin exceeds 40%, you've done it. It proves you've moved way beyond mere growth. You have mastered the art of scaling and transformed your business into a formidable, high-margin market leader.
Section 5, Your Architect, Aadesh Navade.
Now, realizing exactly what stage you're in is incredibly illuminating, sure, but honestly, it's only half the battle. You need an expert to guide the execution and help you actually build these systems. Because let me tell you, the hidden cost of trying to figure this out on your own is brutal. 5 to 10%, that is the amount of revenue quietly draining from your business every single month due to hidden inefficiencies. Things like rework, delayed approvals, poor collections, and weak reporting. Most leaders don't even see these losses because they're buried deep inside the daily grind.
And this is exactly why Aadesh Navade is the indispensable mentor and architect you need in your corner. Look at this. With an MBA, a PMP certification, and a strong background in civil engineering, he brings serious engineering logic to your business bottlenecks. He does this through his 3 pillars. First, knowledge, providing you with stage-specific blueprints. Second, manpower, helping you build highly capable execution teams. And third, money, sequencing capital to give you runway security without diluting your ownership. He is the guy who helps businesses transition safely from total founder dependence to true operational strength.
So, my direct instruction to you right now is simple. Stop firefighting. You absolutely do not have to stay stuck in survival mode or trapped endlessly in structure mode. Reach out directly to Aadesh Navade today and start driving ethical, sustainable scaling. Shoot him an email at aadeshnavade7@gmail.com or give him a call at +91 9341 102949. Having a true architect by your side is literally the difference between running a deeply stressful business and building a lasting enterprise.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question to chew on. Are you building for today or for tomorrow? It's time to take a hard look in the mirror and evaluate whether you're just trapped in a cycle of endless effort or if you are truly designing an enduring enterprise. Diagnose your stage, put the right structures in place, and build something that lasts. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and keep scaling.